You are as much serving God and looking after your own children and training them up in God's fear and minding the house and making your household a church for God as you would be if you had been called to lead an army to battle for the Lord of hosts.
When I wake, I know you are with me. In the dark, I can almost see you clearly.
So for today's video, this looks a little bit different than I had originally planned. I had planned on doing a whole kind of house declutter video, and I was going to take you along with me. So I kind of spent a 6-day long time period. I just kind of turned the camera on. I did get a few things decluttered, but when I went to actually edit all of the clips I took, I realized how little decluttering actually happened. I think I maybe got 3 things decluttered, but it definitely wasn't a lot. And so I wanted to share with you that, yes, I had this big goal of decluttering, and I was going to get the whole house done in a week and everything like that. But it just didn't outweigh the importance of the other things that was also needing my attention that week, like homeschooling, taking care of my little ones, playing with them, cooking, cleaning, like the actual upkeep of the house. So I was only able to get a few things actually decluttered, and that's okay. So I wanted to show you the actual real life aspect of, like I mentioned before, yes, I had the goal, and did I meet it? No, but I also wanted to also share that it's 100% okay that sometimes our goals, whether or not they be something that we want to accomplish or not, it's okay if they don't get finished right away. And so I thought I would bring you along with me as we go about our kind of week in the life.
Like water, my love runs free. Oh, there is nothing like your love. There is nothing and no one above. Oh, come be with us, Holy One. Oh, come be with us, Holy One.
So I wanted to share with you another one of my favorite quotes, and that is, if we treat serving the people in our own homes as a chore, then that's what our kids will do too. But if we treat serving the members of our family as a calling from God, then our kids might learn that instead.
Anywhere I go, and you are fine.
So we just discovered this natural candle making kit, and it was super fun and also really kid friendly, which made it really easy. And I am not skilled at all in the craft department, and it was easy for me to do as well, which I appreciated. And it was a ton of fun. So I wanted to share this with you guys as far as just a really fun and simple activity if you are wanting something just fun to do on a day that might be cold and windy out, and you want a fun way to connect with your little ones.
Holy One, oh, come be with us, Holy One, oh, come be with us.
So this bureau is actually one of my main things that I had on the top of my list of things I really wanted to get done. And I was very thankful that I did cross this off of my to-do list. But this bureau has our games and puzzles and things like that. But also thrown in here was all kinds of books and cards and just things that needed to go back to its place. After I did the bureau, I was also able to get my little kind of language arts / beginning phonics little basket put away as well. A lot of the things I ended up just tossing because they were parts of our curriculum that we used a couple of years ago, but we're not using now, and so they were no longer serving a purpose, and I was able to free up some space by finally getting rid of those. So this is Sunday morning, and I want to share this aspect of my life and be transparent and say this is what my Sunday mornings look like. That 99.9% of the time, because my baby and toddler really just prefer to be with mama. I am out in the hallways, like I said, pretty much every single Sunday. And I wanted to share this part in case any other mamas are feeling just just challenged by Sunday mornings and whether or not to even go, because if you're not going to be attending service, then why go anyway, and that type of thing. And I wanted to remind you that if you're feeling bad about either not sitting in service or about going, that there are so many other ways you can worship Christ out of the sanctuary as well, and that worship doesn't start and stop in one room, in one location at one time. You can worship God in cooking your meals for your family by doing it joyfully. You can worship God by raising your children up to please Him. You can worship God in the little simple everyday mundane moments of life, and that it doesn't have to happen just on Sunday morning. And is it great to be able to do that? Absolutely. Am I looking forward to the time where I can sit next to my husband every single Sunday morning? Yes, but right now that's not the phase of life I'm in. And so learning how to just graciously accept that part of life. And even though, like I said, Sundays are very challenging for me, Sunday mornings, I'm still choosing to go anyway, that you're really worshiping God and pleasing Him by keeping your little people with you if that's what your little people want, and by keeping them happy and content. And there really is no greater worship than doing that. So Sunday afternoon, we went to visit my grandmother, and then after we visited her for a little bit, we actually did a new family experience, and that is that we went roller skating. I'm so excited because I grew up doing this. It was one of our family's favorite things to do, so it was fun to do that again with them, and then to also see my children experience it for the first time. They were very unsure of it at first, but I am excited to actually do this regularly and get back into doing it as a monthly kind of activity, and to see them kind of get used to it and have fun with it as well. So I've gotten to the point in my motherhood journey where I realize that my quiet time will never be quiet, and I need to stop waiting for that quiet moment, otherwise it will never happen. And I actually prefer it that way, because I know that in my moments, if they're not quiet, that means my kiddos are seeing me and they are around me while I'm in scripture and while I'm praying, and I really want to be a good example for them by doing that.
Belong, where no one's left out, dressed in our finest, walking the walk. Ooh, imagine what we could do. Happy days be our guest, happy days manifest. Stand together, put a smile on our faces, fill us up with your grace and make us better, dress us for all weather. No need to seek shelter, everyone's free, best they can be. Tall grass sing songs and trees play a symphony. Ooh, imagine what we could do. Happy days be our guest, happy days manifest. Let's stand together, put a smile on our face.
So on this day, I had quite a few errands to run in the afternoon, which made me be very intentional on my time with my little people in the morning. I typically don't really go out much during the week. I try to stay at home as much as possible, apart from doing grocery runs and things like that. And that was one of these days where we needed to do that. And I actually do like these days only because the mornings look very different than they do typically on a day where we stay home all day. It really is a morning where I am able to just be fully present, I think, because I'm not worried about doing everything else all day, because I know that we have to get everything done in a certain amount of time, so I'm not worrying about laundry or house cleaning or doing anything else other than the priority of just being with my children, homeschooling them, teaching them, and things like that, the things that really are the most important. And I find that I honestly do the best almost when I do have something in the afternoon, and as far as like my homeschooling goes. because like I said, it just makes me be more present and aware and slow down a lot more than I would if we were just home all day.
Together, put a smile on our faces, fill us up with your grace and make us better. Dress us for all weather. Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all.
So this is our Wednesday, and I had to share this because Wednesdays are probably my new favorite day. This is the day where we only do two things when it comes to our homeschool. We do music because we have music lessons now, and a reading. So it's just such a beautiful, slow morning. Our music lessons are in the afternoon. So again, our morning, we do a lot of practice. We do some music theory, some basic like beginning stuff, of course. And then we read out of our readers and we do victory drill book. And that is all we do. And it's such a beautiful, restful day. But because of all the reading that is involved, we'll typically read about an hour, hour and a half that morning between both of the kiddos and then me reading aloud. It's just a beautiful morning of being slow and connecting. And then before we leave and before we have lunch, I should say, we always get our practicing done. That way we're fresh and ready to go for lessons.
Beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents
I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until my next video, I hope you guys have a great day and God bless. Bye.
Christ will